You're like, uh-oh, what is she? That's what you're thinking. No, I'm not a seer, okay? I'm not a prophet. Okay? I know my place. I know where God put me. I'm a messenger. I'm a pastor. I'm a shepherd. Okay? I'm not all of that. Only one man was able to be all that at church, and that was Jesus. That was Yeshua. Okay? We're learning that more and more. Okay? But I'm going to tell you what God has shown me. God has shown me and given me a vision of what He wants His church to become. And it's amazing. And what God has shown me is completely impossible. Okay? I mean, it's impossible. But I know, and you know what the Scripture says, that what I see to be impossible as a man, that's where God works. When our possibilities end, that's where God takes over. He works in the impossible. And He wants to do the impossible here at the Rock Community Church. He wants it to be such a part of the body that's just without spot and without wrinkle. He wants it to be this dynamic, functioning organism, if you will, that just is moving onward and upward and doing great things and experiencing great things. But we are held accountable and responsible for our actions. We're going to have to move from the square one, level one, level one, where we're at today. And how do we do it? How do we get from point A to point Z? How do we get there? I believe this. It's with our hearts being willing to receive and to listen and allow God to do great things in us. But we are not going to move from level one until we can get past all these fleshly things. Some churches have the spirit of adultery in them. I don't see that here. Now, you might, but I don't. But I do know as a pastor the undertone of this church. And I know what we struggle with here. And we struggle with this whole family atmosphere and loving each and every one. I really believe that's where we struggle. We struggle with loving. And you say, well, no, Shannon, Pastor, we have a loving here. You know, we have a loving community, a loving church. Yes, we do. On the surface, I believe we do. What's going to be? What's going to be? Are we truly, are we truly loving everyone? I mean, truly. Are we protecting one another? We're a family here. Do we protect everybody here? Do we protect everybody here? Or are you just so willing to just let the gossip roll? You don't shut it up. You listen to it. Oh, you didn't say nothing, but guess what I heard? I didn't say it, they did. Or they did, or whatever. See, this stuff's got to go. It's got to leave our church. It has to leave our church. It can't be here. Backbiting, hating, gossiping. Regardless of what you think somebody thinks about you, what you think somebody said about you, what you think somebody done to you, it's not the issue anymore. It's got to be that way. It cannot be that issue anymore. You've got to get past it, and you've got to move on. We have to do it with God. You're not going to move without God. So I'm asking you today to look deep into your heart, to look deep into your soul, and see right now, where you stand with God. Right now, the things that you're doing shows who you really are. Okay? What you talk about mostly, that's who you are. Who you hang with, that's who you are. What you think about all the time, that's who you are. Let me ask you this. If you don't like who you are, what are you going to change? What are you going to change? When are you going to take a step out and say, you know what? I'm going to leave this old thing behind. I'm going to move on. As they sing with the play, anybody need prayer this morning? You want to change.